Okay, good morning, everyone. We're here for a special council meeting, and we'll jump right into it. March 12th, 2025. We'll do quick introductions and then go right into the meeting. We have with us online Councillor Shane Pelletier.
Good morning.
Councillor Jason Bodnerchuk.
Good morning.
Councillor Janine Belanger.
Morning.
Councillor Joel Lemoine.
Good morning, everybody.
And with us from administration in the council room is our CEO, Mitch Deval.
Morning.
And in the background, our assistant CEO, Dominic Lemoine.
Good morning.
Okay, so without further ado, we will go to item number 1, meeting called to order. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Bodnerchuk, thank you. Questions before we open the meeting? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor, you can just raise your hands, council. That's carried 5-all. Thank you. Open the meeting, at 8:02 a.m. Item number 2.1, RSR Wastewater Co-op Addendum to the Definitive Agreement. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lemoine, second. Councillor Belanger.
All right. Unfortunately, when I was away, the RSR had a very important meeting regarding the lenders' agreements, and Councillor Shane Pelletier was very kind of him to participate in that meeting. These resolutions should have been brought to our attention at the last regular council meeting on March the 4th, I believe. However, was not. So that's the purpose of this council meeting for today, for the special meeting, is to just go through these 3 resolutions related to RSR and the whole project. So the first one is basically just an addendum to the definitive agreement that was entered into. So basically in that agreement, in section 4, it deals with buy-in fees for new municipalities that are wishing to join at a later date. Because as we know, we started the project off with 4 entities, being Niverville, Hanover, Taché, and Richot. But now we've expanded to have the Arm of Labroquerie and the Arm de Salaberry join us as well, so which is a good thing. And I could only see this expanding furthermore. So therefore, for new municipalities to join, there'll be buy-in fees. Section 4 deals with that. It explains a little bit in the how if they're joining pre-construction or post-constructions and what those options are, as well as the fees that are being paid, how RSR or the municipalities could deal with them, whether we keep the money for ourselves or do we put it towards the debt that we owe. That's all explained in section 4. And if a municipality joins, they need to join 5 years, for a period of 5 years, before there's any kickback to that municipality. Section 6, because of the new add-ons, et cetera, is a cost that's in Schedule C, so it just represents the new portions and portions regarding the operation costs. So for Richot, it would be 18.5%, and for capital costs, it'd be 21.2% based on the new structure. And that is pretty much it for the addendum to the definitive agreement.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Council, open up for conversation, debate. Anyone have anything to add?
Nothing here.
Perfect. Okay, call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? None. That is carried. Thank you. Item 2.2, RSR Wastewater Co-op Multi-Party Agreement. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bodnerchuk, second. Councillor Lemoine.
This one is a little bit tougher to explain, and I will paraphrase what legal mentioned. Basically, the parties agree to what was agreed in the agreement. So basically, my translation of that is everybody's going to play nice in the sandbox. We're all going to go along like one big happy family. RSR is the party involved with the lender not the municipalities. So the lender, part of that is to do with the lender also wants the municipalities to be part of the securities and warranties. So that way, if something goes wrong with the RSR, it can fall back to the municipalities, which is something we were fully aware of that beforehand. So that's about it.
Thank you, Mr. Seal. Open up for council discussion. Any debate, council questions?
Just to touch on it a bit, it doesn't affect any of our borrowing capacities. And it was just on our portion that we put in, or that we put in to get involved in the group in the first place.
Thank you for that, Councillor Pelletier. Anything else? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? None. That is carried. Moving on to 2.3 RSR wastewater co-op guarantee. Do I have a mover? Councillor Belanger, second. Councillor Pelletier. Thank you.
All right, so for the guarantee, again, on behalf of the lenders, if the municipalities don't pay their portions to our SR, it's again one of these security things that the lender has the ability to come back to the municipalities if the municipalities don't pay their share to RSR. Also, as part of that, back in February, the original price of this project was tagged at 190, but I don't believe it entertained the RMA Labroque or the RMA de Salaberry at the time. So now that has been changed to 235 million pre-tender. And there are clauses in there as well to accommodate, well, what if the tender comes in over that said limit, right? So then basically under 5% over and above the 235, there's clauses. Between 5 and 7.5, there's other clauses. 7.5 to 10 and 10 and over. So that is all laid out in the guarantee as well. The thing that I do wish to raise to council's attention is that 10 plus category, because with the economic times that we're in right now, we really don't know how the tenders are going to be coming in, when they come in. The 10 plus, I think, says that if it gets to that point, the committee or RSR will review the project as a whole and likely try to downscale it and make it work in a form that is presentable or acknowledgeable or convenient for all parties. So basically, may have to downsize the number of leaders, et cetera, but there is options that if it does go over that 10%, it will get a revamped look at it. So anything else to add, Councillor Pelletier, please?
No, that summed it up. Yeah, anything over 10, it's everyone comes back to the table and we have further discussions.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Council debate, discussion, anything to add? Nothing? Okay, call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? None. That is carried 5-all. Thank you. And that brings us to item 3, adjournment. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Lemoine. Thank you. Final comments from council before I close the meeting. Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? None. That is carried. I will close the meeting at 8:10 a.m. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and have a good rest of your day. Stop recording.